Hello and welcome, my name's Lynx, and today we will sit to the driver Takeshiba, which was created by Mikey from ATP Projects. That's right. An indie dev who basically still releases the games, which is lovely. And you could say whose games I've been playing since more or less the beginning of the channel. I'm so glad to see that, some devs just don't quit and continue doing stuff. So glad. Okay. Here comes the description of the game and then we'll jump in. Lady Hinode's life is in danger, as her rivals sent elite international assassins to take her life, but in their path stands he, the silent protector, known only as the driver, Takeshiba. Okay. Let us begin. I think there might be like zero sound in the game, by the way. Meh. Prologue. The fish girl. Yuichi! Yuichi! Lady Hinode suddenly woke up in the darkened room of her mansion. Her head was feverish and her hands trembled. At once she burst into tears and could not stop for 10 minutes. The deep scar on her left leg started hurting as it always did when she got agitated. Give me a sec. Oh. There is no way to change the way that the text appears. After her eyes have dried, she got out of her bed and started her morning routines. In front of the mirror, she saw her reflection. Damn! Cutie pie! The lonely CEO, far away from her hometown, Lady Hinode. She has everything, but maybe love is missing. Just give me the address. 2 hours later, she was already in the elevator of the headquarters of Hinode Move Marine Corporation. She inherited the company from her father, at the time when his fledgling enterprise was gaining traction. But the bus carrying her father and the majority of his employees had a horrible accident. Almost everyone died. She lived. And when she woke up from her month-long coma, she understood that all hope of life she may have wanted was lost. Haunted by nightmares, anxiety, and fear for her life, she only found peace in numbers, papers, schedules, and routes. Throwing her entire being into work, she gradually began to reclaim what she had lost. And once again threatening and ultimately overtaking her rivals who, of this, she was certain, had orchestrated the attack on her family and everything that was dear to her. And yet, there was no space for vengeance in her soul, because another great feeling occupied her heart so fully, that it had nothing more to give. Fear. It took possession of almost every moment of her life, and she spent the entirety of her earnings to turn every place she worked at into a fortress. And on the road to and from those places, it was no different. She had commissioned the conversion of a former police car into her personal transport vehicle. Bishiyama Aika Storm. Once a decommissioned law enforcement vehicle, it has been restored and upgraded far beyond its former capabilities. Safe and strong. Okay. She financed the completion of 7 of them. All would be hers, and all would only be allowed to be driven by one man. Takeshiba, the driver. Okay. After a conference call in the morning, Lady Hinode took the elevator to go down into the parking garage of the Hinode Move Marine Corporation. The third underground floor of the garage had a special area reserved only for her. For all the other employees, the doors on the elevator opened on one side, leading them to the main hall of the garage where their cars were parked. Lady Hinode's keycard, however, opened the opposite set of doors on the elevator, revealing direct access to a special parking area only for her. You mentioned that already. This way she didn't have to walk around to reach it, which would be the case if she had exited from the regular side. Oh, so you still can get there anyway. Like, that sounds still a bit dangerous to her life. I mean, you can still get there if you walk out of the elevator on the other side where everyone else does. Or if you just get into the parking grounds. Huh. The Ica Storm was ready, shining under the bright lights of the garage. It seemed to almost have an aura about it. Oh, good afternoon, Lady Hinode. Actually, I might as well go. Good afternoon, Lady Hinode. Said the driver simply. He opened the door on the side he knew she preferred to use. Where to? He added. Hi, Takeshiba-kun. She replied with a barely visible smile, and at once she got into the back seating area of the Ica Storm, the heavy doors closing with a resounding toot. Her anxiety almost evaporated. She was now with him. Oh yes, we need to go to the Shinblade headquarters. Shinblade? Okay. She said called me by pressing the intercom button, as she now was separated from the driver by a thick protective glass barrier, which was by its nature soundproof. Okay. So, like, no full trust, really, in a way. But then again, that's how those cars are designed, right? Anyway. The isolation was so thorough that at first it was a strange feeling for her. Then she got used to it, and when she got in, she almost naturally let out a deep sigh of relief. But with time, there was no need for that anymore, either. She just felt at home. Understood. The driver sat back through the intercom, breaking her train of thought and set off. She smiled and looked at him quickly before averting her eyes. I think I need to double click here. Should we send it to end the video now? Ah, you know what? Why not? Epilogue finished. Tomorrow you'll get chapter 1. I'll continue recording now, of course. I mean, it's been 9 minutes, more or less. So, yeah. But sometimes we might have some shorter videos. Who knows? I know this story is not like super short, because I skimmed through it. By that I mean press the control button and skip through everything without reading anything. And it took a moment, so a little division like that into basically each video will be a chapter, I think will be a good approach. With that being said, hope you enjoyed this little epilogue, and hopefully you will join me tomorrow in the continuation. As always, consider liking the video, and if you're new around, consider subscribing. Always super appreciated if you do that. Yeah. Also, if you do that, you will be safer in real life. That's how it works. Yeah, you're given that spiritual protection, sort of. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.